Alright guys, welcome to another commentary here. We're busting these things out pretty quickly. So,
Yeah,
I think we're what, doing two a week now or something?
yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Last one we did was Event Horizon. Now we're doing Halloween 3.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, we've already done Halloween H2O.
Yeah,
And I think probably within the next few months we'll slowly be rolling them out before
yeah, get them all done before the
new
the new one
Halloween.
comes out.
Honestly, I'm thinking maybe we save 1 and 2 for last, maybe. I don't know how we should do it.
Yeah, well, that would make sense. I mean, they're kind of like the two best, if you will, of the Michael Myers series.
Yeah, I think we should do because 1 and 2 you kind of got to watch them
Yeah,
together because it's the same. It's that night, so
yeah,
it's like, yeah, we should probably do those last. I mean, it's not like we
yeah, I
got
would
to
think so.
watch the first two before all the other ones. I think everyone knows the
Yeah,
Michael Myers mythos.
indeed. I don't think anyone listening to these commentaries knows the
Yeah,
Michael Myers mythos.
yeah, you could really pop any one of them in and understand what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, with the exception maybe of part five,
Yeah, I mean, you could
but you can
still get it,
still.
but you won't know the backstory of God, I can't. I know Danielle Harris. I don't remember her name in the movie.
I know I can't remember her name either.
And I know that kid yells it like a million times in part
Yeah,
5.
that's true.
All right, man. So you ready to hit play on this?
Yeah,
All right, so we're gonna start it in 1, 2, 3, play.
cool.
Did the Universal logo just pop up on yours?
Yeah,
All right, cool.
yeah.
Now,
I've always loved this movie.
really?
I have. Well, when I first saw it, I didn't really like it because Michael Myers wasn't in it.
Yeah.
But it's really grown on me. In fact, with the exception of part one, I would have to say this is probably my favorite Halloween.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Yeah, I just hit the
because
subtitle
it.
button. By the way, there's no subtitles.
Damn you, Scream Factory.
That's shocking.
Yeah, I'm probably blaming Universal more so than Scream Factory.
Yeah, because Scream Factory usually hooks it up.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think H2O. I wonder if that had subtitles.
I think it did.
Yeah, I
I
can't
seem I
remember
seem
us
to
watching a
remember.
movie. I don't think we've watched a movie yet, commentary-wise, that hasn't had subtitles yet.
No, I think this will be the first.
I love these opening credits, though.
They're awesome. They really are. It just screams 80s.
Oh, yeah, and if you were to get the Halloween 3 soundtrack on vinyl from, I don't remember who put it out. I'm assuming it's Waxworks or something.
I think it's Waxworks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it has this kind of thing on the cover. Like
that's
the
cool.
colors squiggling out or whatever you call it. Like that
That's
right there, you
awesome.
know, when it's like kind of blurs.
Yeah,
You know,
that's awesome.
it's cool because we're getting two different kind of perspectives of this movie. You said this is your second favorite of the whole franchise. This is actually
Yeah,
my least favorite of the whole entire franchise.
yeah. Well, the thing I've noticed with it is, well, I think for one thing, it's so different that I kind of applaud it for that,
Yeah,
and the fact also that it's an adult horror movie.
but it
Like
kind of feels like a kid
every,
movie too, almost. Also,
I know what you mean. I get that feeling because it's not super gory or anything really.
yeah, I think
It,
it's the
it's
whole
sort
Halloween
of.
feel of it.
Yeah, I just like the fact that I don't think there's a single character over like under maybe 25.
Yeah,
Most people are in their 30s or whatever. It's kind of refreshing.
Tommy Lee Wallace, is that the director of It, right? I think it
Um,
is the 1990 It.
I think it might be. I don't know.
I have to look that up real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, I always found with this movie, when I first saw this movie, I used to despise it.
Just because it didn't have Michael Myers.
Yeah, because the thing is, I came wanting more Michael Myers, and I
Yeah,
didn't get it. And I think the problem with that really falls on Universal.
yeah.
They put it out as Halloween 3. That's fine, but they didn't, like in the advertising and everything, they never mentioned that it's like a completely original story. They never mentioned that it's not connected in any way to the first two.
I wonder if Fangoria did.
I don't know. I can't. I never had an issue from back then, so I don't know if they mentioned it or not.
I love that music right there.
Yeah,
John Carpenter had done that music.
I'm quite sure. I think he did. I think he did all the music in this, if I remember right.
Well, this director had done a lot of good things. He did 1990's It, this, Fright Night Part 2
Yeah,
from
yeah.
'88, and he did Amityville 2, the
Wow.
best Amityville movie.
Yeah, definitely. Without a doubt, the best Amityville movie.
He said he did Vampires Los Muertos, which I'm assuming is a sequel to the John Carpenter one.
Yeah, it had what's his name in it? John Bon Jovi instead of
Ugh,
um.
that sounds awful.
It's not good. It's not horrible, you know. But it's not good.
Yeah. And then I
Yeah.
guess his most final movie was in 2011 called The Fields.
Ah.
But yeah, pretty much nothing besides those.
Well, it's kind
But
of cool that pretty
it
much
and
almost.
Amityville and Halloween and Fright Night, that's a good enough
Yeah,
back thing.
and they're all horror.
Yep.
I don't know about the fields, but, I haven't seen that,
It
but
looks horror.
that's cool. I appreciate that when a director sticks to a genre.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like cheesy kind of horror. Or not really
Yeah.
cheesy, but like 80s, like
80s style, like,
Tobe
yeah.
Hooper pretty much stayed that way.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I don't
Wes
think
Craven did for the most part. He had that one film, I forget what film. It was a non-horror film. I think it was one.
yeah, I think I know the one you mean. I can't remember the name.
Yeah, John Carpenter did one about Elvis, I think, or something like that, or some kind of musical singer.
Yeah, I think so.
So
This
it's
is
actually been a long time since I've seen this movie.
yeah.
So a lot
It's
of it
the
will
sort
be
of
new.
thing. Yeah, man, I say yeah a lot. Someone actually commented that on our American Guinea Pig Bouquet of Guts and Gore.
Really?
Yeah, I just keep saying yeah a lot.
I wonder if they were talking about me or you.
I think probably me because I say it a lot.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if you agree with something, what else do you say, right?
Yeah. No, I noticed I say it a lot too, but yeah, there's nothing really
Yeah,
else to say. I mean,
yeah. What I always like find, like, for example, with this movie that I've taken a liking to over the years is the fact it's been around long enough that I was its own movie and not as part of the series.
yeah, I see
Where
what you're saying.
where
Do you wish they would have kept going different stories each one?
well, it's the sort of thing. I mean, it works. It works for American Horror Story. It works for like Channel Zero and stuff like that. So it does. It is a viable like storytelling tool. I think had this been part two,
It would have worked better.
yeah, I think when they did part two, they made it about Michael Myers.
So they messed it up, yeah.
Yeah, in a way, I mean, though I wouldn't turn back the clock. I mean, I like Michael Myers being in it. You know,
I almost
actually,
wonder if they should have like dropped the 3 and just put Season of the Witch, or
I think it would have found its audience a lot better than the Halloween 3
yeah,
moniker. Or even call it like Sam Hain, like Season of the Witch. I'm thinking.
yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, just to make that separation. Because the problem is, you mention Halloween, you mention John Carpenter because he's credited as like a producer or whatever. You mention Gale Ann Hurd or whatever, and people come into it expecting certain things, and when they're not given it, horror fans, I've said before, we're a very passionate group, and we'll tear something apart if we don't feel it's doing right by the series.
Yeah. I'm laughing because I see this dude's comment now. It says, does the one guy's vocabulary extend beyond yeah?
I know.
It
Yeah,
could
I
be
saw
either
that.
one of us, man.
Yeah, I saw that at first and I thought, like, is this a troll comment? Because I delete troll comments,
Yeah.
but then I just thought, like, well, he's not saying anything mean or anything. And when you actually think about it, we do say yeah a lot.
Yeah, so it's constructive criticism.
Yeah, so, I'm fine with.
I
Oh,
wonder if you get the soundtrack of this on vinyl, if it has that jingle on it. I feel like it would have to.
it must. It plays 14 times in this movie.
Does it really?
It does 14 times. And
I mean, it's a
so
catchy little jingle.
it is, and it works really well,
What what
for
what
for
song
what it
is it?
does.
Is it ripping off of?
London Bridge,
Yeah,
simply because it's a public domain track,
and they
and
can rip off it legally for
yeah,
free.
yeah, and it's like so public domain, it's not even funny. It's like there's not even a question that it's public domain.
Yeah, dude, this is the king right here.
Yeah.
I always picture him in Creep Show. You want him reading this trash?
Oh man, I love Tom Atkins and stuff. Honestly, he's one of those actors, kind of like I've mentioned them before. Like Christopher Lee and like Vincent Price and everything, that bring a class to a role, even if it doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. He's seems like he should be above horror, but he's not. What
Yeah,
else was he in? Was he in The Fog?
he was in The Fog. Yeah, he was in this. He was in Night of the Creeps.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's where
Yeah,
he has that famous line, "Thrill me."
I think so. Yeah.
Man, I almost want to get those three masks and like put them on a shelf.
Yeah, well, they've all been released through Dawn Post
You know how much
mask
money they've
makers.
made off them masks? Probably they've probably been selling
I'm
them
sure.
since the '80s.
Yeah, and I mean, hell, they're even in the new Halloween.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait to
You
see
know,
that movie.
that's gonna be sweet, honestly.
It's the one thing watching these. It's like, damn, I can't wait. Just that scene with him dropping the teeth in the
Oh yeah,
bathroom is really.
yeah.
I don't know. I hope it is. It's funny. I saw something on Facebook today where they're like, new images confirm, or maybe it was Bloody Disgusting or something. They're like, new
Hmm.
images confirm it's an R rating. It's like, well, no
Well,
shit. It's gonna have an
yeah,
R rating. Did anybody expect it to be PG-13? If it did, I
yeah,
would have been pissed, dude. I would have been like, what the hell?
yeah. And I mean, well, let's be honest. Really, the age of the PG-13 horror movie, thankfully, is past.
Yeah, definitely.
They still exist, but
You know what's funny though? Like the scariest movies, it seems like of the past like decade, have been
yeah.
PG-13.
Yeah, well, it's the sort of thing they can't rely on gore, and they can't really rely on like the effects and everything. They got to go for mood. They got to go for like creepiness to make the scares instead of like extreme stuff.
Yeah, and I only say the PG-13 though, just because really the Insidiouses are the only ones that come to mind. Just
Yeah,
because I find those legitimately freaky. Well, the
yeah,
first three. The
yeah,
last one was just too over the top and
yeah.
fake
I
looking,
I,
but
know- I
the
know what
first
you
three
mean.
were actually genuinely freaky.
Yeah,
People shit all over the demon thing in the first one
yeah.
and all that. Well, you like Dr. Atkins getting a feel on the old ugly nurse.
You know what I want to know? What kind of doctor is he?
Just,
I mean, because I mean, think about it. Like he does this, the guy gets killed or whatever, like, and he just runs off with some like 20-year-old.
yeah. You know what's funny? Tom Atkins,
Mhm.
he has an air about him like he's an A-list movie star. But if you
Yeah,
think about it, he's not really at all. You know what I
no,
mean?
he's like complete B-list.
Yeah, he's like
Not,
Bruce Campbell, you know what I mean?
yeah, but he's always in stuff, isn't he?
Yeah. Does
I
he go
always
to
thought,
conventions at all?
yeah, I think so. I think he does. Um, I know a lot of like people like who worked on this movie were surprised when they ended up going to conventions and finding out, how much love this movie has.
Yeah, I think this is like
You
the
know?
thing where it's definitely grown a I hear more people nowadays love it than they do hate it.
Yeah, and I think you know what? I put this down to again like the American Horror Story stuff and like the Channel Zero stuff.
People are used to the different
Yeah,
stories each season or movie.
it's a format that works now. Where before, when this came out, it was pretty much unheard of.
Yeah. I
So
love
really,
that
it's
shot
just
right
kind of
there.
yeah. This is kind of a movie before its time, really.
Definitely. Reminds me of Conan O'Brien.
Yeah, I could totally see that. Just have Andy Richter walk in the back and everything would be fine. This kill though, it's like
I
of
don't
all
remember. Does he like? Oh, he
he
just smashes his head in with his fist.
he like goes into his eyes and he like well you can see
Yeah.
just kind of pulls out the middle chunk, and it's like really like you're a freaking robot.
Yeah.
Like look at that.
I was just
You could
about to
just
say, isn't it revealed later they're robots?
yeah. And like he could just broke his neck,
But let's rip the
or
bridge of his nose out.
yeah, I know it's like, dude, like have you been programmed a bit weird? And then wipes his hands on the it's like, really? It's like, gee, do you think this was a murder? Oh
Have
man,
you seen that limited steelbook or different cover they made of this where I think it's that guy and he has the black gloves on and he's like holding the masks?
yeah. Yeah, I've seen that. I like that.
Yeah, it's
This
awesome cover.
this is a movie I've honestly considered like buying copies from all over the world
Really?
just to have like different copies of the same movie, like buy like the VHS and buy like the German Blu-rays and everything, because it's just I don't know, it's like such a unique, and like no, I don't think anyone really collects Halloween 3, do they?
No, most people, you know how many, I think the movie I see most people collecting every edition of is Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, have you seen that guy on YouTube? I can't remember his name, but I love this
Yeah,
scene.
I know.
Just like, okay, set myself on fire, dude. Yeah. Now, admitted, the car wouldn't blow up from that, but still.
It would probably blow up, but not that quick.
No.
Maybe it
They
would though. I
probably,
don't know. I mean,
unless, I
if
don't
you
know.
did pour gas all over yourself in your car, it would probably ignite quick. Like that
Yeah.
blew up within a matter of like a split second.
Yeah, I love how the hood just kind of shot up and stays up. So it's quite obvious there, like there's like a bar holding it up. It's kind of funny. And everyone comes out like, oh, look at that.
If I owned the car next to it though, I'd be backing it out real quick though. I don't know
Yeah.
if I'd just be standing there looking at it.
Yeah. I tell you what, I love the fire guy.
Well, I was just sitting there looking
And
at him.
he's just standing there and look at you see the F flopping around?
Yeah, I was gonna say his
That's
outfit
so
doesn't match his hat at all.
No.
It's
That
got. I
that
bet you it's a volunteer fireman.
yeah,
It
probably.
would have to
He
be.
probably like made the damn hat himself. I mean, look at it. Look at it flop back and
I
forth.
know.
I've never noticed that before, but that's hilarious.
Yeah, I never noticed it either. I don't think I would have
Oh,
ever if you wouldn't have brought it up. It
oh, I
actually
just
looks like one of those safari hats, just painted
it
yellow.
does. Yeah, with an F slapped on the front.
How
Oh
much you want to
man.
bet he was just a crew member or something, and they just put the hat on him and was like, stand here and drink coffee?
I wouldn't be surprised because I mean I know all of like the like quote unquote like the robot people and everything were all just like background actors sort of thing.
I also wonder if you buy those masks from Don Post, do they come
Yeah,
with those silver shamrock tags on the back?
I would think they would.
I hope they do.
Yeah,
If you can get them for 40 or under a piece, I think I'd buy the whole set.
yeah. I mean it would be cool to have them
And just
definitely.
get those like foam mannequin heads or something from a beauty
Yeah,
store or wherever.
I love how it's still smoking.
Nobody
It's like
moved their cars either.
yeah, it's just kind of oh well.
Although if you,
Man,
that is realistic though, because you ever seen a campfire? Even when the
yeah,
campfire's out, you wake up in the morning, it's still smoking.
yeah. Now let's see. Do you think she's a robot the whole time?
No.
See, I don't either. Some people think that she's a robot right from now, right from her
Lord,
first,
to lure
you
him in
know,
there or something?
yeah. But I mean, when you think about it logically, why? Why would they want to bring someone in
Yeah.
to, that could potentially
I
screw
didn't
up
know
their
that's what people
plans?
thought, that that was a robot.
Well, yeah, people have been thinking that a long time, and I've never got it. I've always thought she's human right up until the end.
Yeah. See, I don't
You
even
know,
really remember the end. I remember like this big ritual thing with the all the stuff at the
the
warehouse.
yeah,
And I remember it has one of the best downer endings.
yeah. Well, the funny thing is, according to Tom Atkins, he thinks that they got all the channels turned off at the end, and everyone survived.
Oh,
I don't think so.
no. I wonder why he'd say that. I wonder why he wouldn't want to just revel in the negative ending.
Well, he reckons he's an optimist, so I totally would have gone with, it's a dark ending. Let's be honest, they
Yeah, I
didn't
mean, I
turn off
love
that
dark
channel.
endings more than I like happy endings.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, the fact of the matter is you've gone through all this stuff, this dark, dark, dark movie, and then you tack on a happy ending at the end.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem realistic. You know?
Yeah, but most movies like back then they tried to have like a happy ending. Like mostly it would have been, oh, some current went and destroyed all the TVs or something. But I like the fact that it
Yeah,
just real negative. Did you see the fright rag shirts they made of this movie?
yeah.
Where it's Tom Atkins
Some
on the phone.
Yeah, well, hell, you can put Tom Atkins on anything and it makes it cool.
Yeah, I know. I wonder. I wish they made a creep show shirt of him on it.
Yeah,
Holding sold or just thrown it in the trash or something. Or
yeah. And then written on the back or whatever, like, shouldn't be reading this shit or whatever.
yeah, you want him reading this crap? And he's like, well, I took care of it.
Man, like, he's a very grabby person, isn't he? And he seems to be
I
having
just think
affairs with
that's how. I
everybody.
just think that's how people were back then.
Yeah, I'm quite sure that's the case.
Yeah, you'd
I
think
mean,
Harvey Weinstein made this movie.
did he?
I'm just kidding, dude.
You never know. I mean, he might have been involved in it somehow.
No, I think by this time he was had made Miramax.
Yeah,
Because remember, The Burning was his first movie.
yeah. Yeah, you can see in that kind of
Yeah, just
a bit
gratuitous
of
shots of
yeah. Well, I mean, it is what it is, right? It's
yeah.
part of
Yeah, I love that Halloween.
yeah. Apparently, when they filmed it, that wasn't actually on it.
What they just put that in there post.
Yeah, just kind of, I guess, as you know, like a Easter egg, if you will. Though honestly, I mean, if you'd left that scene out, you could totally have worked this into the Halloween canon.
Yeah,
I mean, I know on Bloody Disgusting recently, they had someone in the comments who was talking about, you know, how they could have worked this in to
into
the
the
canon.
Halloween mythos.
Yeah, and essentially it could have been done in one line. You could have had like, nearer the end where he's tied up and the Cochrane guy is talking to him.
Yeah,
He could have just said something along the lines of like, like we've tried like many things, we even had like a clown mask for a while that seemed promising, but wasn't large scale enough for our needs.
wow.
If you'd just thrown in a line like that, it would have been a complete throwaway line. But if you're a fan of the Halloween movies, you'd know, like Michael Myers had that, kid's mask, that clown mask when he was a kid.
Yep.
If you could have made that from Silver Shamrock, and that was the reason why he killed everybody,
You think that would have kind of ruined?
I think you could have done it back like around part like 4 or 5. Around 4, 5, and 6. In that era, you could have brought it in, and it would have worked. But it doesn't work with the like H2O timeline or the, or like this new timeline or anything, it wouldn't work with it. And also because, sensibilities are kind of a bit more jaded now.
Yeah, I know what you mean. The this chick here, I looked her up. She was supposed to be Daryl Hannah's character in Blade Runner.
I can see that.
Yeah, but it ultimately went to Daryl Hannah, and
Yeah.
also she, you ever heard of the film Manhattan by Woody Allen?
Yeah.
I guess that movie's based on Woody Allen's relationship with her.
Oh.
I guess she was 16. Yeah,
Well, yeah. Woody Allen's always been a bit of a...
yeah, he likes those young girls.
He does. He's a bit of a strange one, to say the least.
I love how cheap the costume, like when he goes back to Tom Atkins, there's a
Yeah.
costume hanging, like kind of to the right of him
Hmm.
when they do the pan out shot. But yeah, dude, I love how cheap the costumes look back then. Like it's like a plastic
Oh, yes,
pillowcase.
and yeah, exactly. I remember those. I
Yeah,
really do.
they'd be up at
Uh,
like Walgreens or
yeah,
drugstores or whatever back then.
yeah, and they'd just be hung up on like racks.
Yeah, it's a throwback even seeing a payphone now.
I know.
Do you have them in Canada? Because in America, we don't have any payphones.
They're very few and far between. I just love the fact that, it's like, okay, I'm a doctor. Forget this. I'm not going to work anymore. I'm going off with this 20-year-old.
Hey, I would.
Well, yeah, that it does
Nah, a
make
doctor,
sense.
you make a lot of money. And he seems to just chill
Yeah,
and grab ass, so I'd
yeah,
stay at the doctor's office.
yeah. That's kind of a job.
Man, I
You
love
know.
seeing these old TVs too.
Oh yeah. Hell, I remember having TVs like that.
Oh yeah.
And they weighed a ton.
Oh yeah, the big tube TVs. It's crazy too. Like we're
Yeah.
so spoiled with Blu-ray,
Oh
and then
yeah.
you see footage of what the old TVs, how bad they looked. It's like I can't even imagine
Oh yeah.
what it was
Well, I
like
was
watching that.
I was just thinking the other day, like, at the end of Scream, the first Scream movie, where she topples like the TV over and lands on his head and kills him. You
Yeah.
know, nowadays you couldn't kill someone with a TV even if you tried.
No, the TV would break.
Yeah. It would like break over their head and they'd look at you like, "What the hell are you doing?"
So you think
Apparently
this movie
also
looks good on Blu-ray or no?
I think it looks pretty good, honestly.
Like especially the daytime scenes in it look really good.
Yeah. Oh, interesting bit of trivia. Santa Mira, right there, is actually the same town that Invasion of the Body Snatchers took place in.
That was the name of the town in the movie.
Yep.
Well, that's pretty cool. And it's a made-up town, I assume.
I think the name is. This particular town, let's see, I had some information about that on here.
I like how weird this town is.
They say the actual town is kind of like this. It's such a small town that if you drive through it, literally everyone kind of stops and looks. Like,
That's
who are
weird.
these people? Where are
I
they
love
going?
that shot, just that car.
You know
I
what this
like that.
always reminds me of? I don't know why, but there's a scene in Grand Theft Auto 5.
Dude, I was just thinking this reminds me of a gangster movie.
Yeah. And like if you think of that church there's like a scene where one of the guys goes and digs up a grave, and it's a church. It looks just like that, really.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I was just sitting there
Uh,
thinking this reminds me of like a old gangster movie, like they're getting ready to do a drive-by or something,
yeah,
where they
it
show a
does.
car
Yeah,
just creeping.
yeah,
I
for
remember it
sure.
doesn't. Yeah, I don't remember any really much at all as
Yeah,
far as this goes. Like I remember for some reason Tom Atkins visits the factory, and
yeah,
he gives them masks to give to the kids or something, or I don't remember. I
something.
remember he hands them a mask.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's been so long. I think it was when
look
this
at
set first came out.
look at that. $1.46 for Supreme Gas.
Yeah, that's crazy. What is it up there for gas?
Since up here for some reason we pay by the liter, so we pay right now. It's $1.30 a liter.
How many
You got it
liters
right.
are in a gallon?
About 3 1/4.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, we pay about 270 a gallon right now.
Yeah, all I know is this: if you go over to the States, it's cheaper to buy gas.
Yeah. I was
You
gonna
know?
say if we're doing math your way, it costs like four something a
Yeah,
gallon. So yeah, it's two something here. So
yeah. I guess also though you gotta consider,
conversion. It
yeah,
probably equals out actually.
yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. Apparently, when he's signing in there, all the names on that register are all members of the cast,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
the cast and crew. Yeah,
You know what's crazy about this too? When he pulled out that wad of money, it was all ones. You know,
I
back
know.
then you could probably rent a room for like $5.
Probably. Hell, I remember not that long ago. I remember like if you went to like Wendy's and you got like a burger, fries, and a drink, it was like $5.99.
That's crazy.
And it wasn't that long ago. I'm thinking maybe what 2-3 years ago, maybe four,
Yeah,
and now it's like up nearly $10.
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Apparently coming up soon. I think it says around the 31-minute mark. Um, there's let me find where that thing is. There's here it is. There's an intercom informing the residents that it's like curfew,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it's Jamie Lee Curtis doing the voice.
Really?
Yeah, I
I'll have to
guess it's
listen
just
carefully when that happens.
yeah,
Hello, that kid just flicks him off.
yeah. I so wanted that kid to just kind of
Get
drive into the
hit
back
like
of the
Pet
car.
Cemetery style.
Oh, that would have been just
Just semi comes and just plows into him.
yeah. Well, it nearly happened to him. Oh man, well, it's all pissy.
I know. It's when I see this Winnebago, I think of like Jesse and Walt from Breaking Bad.
Oh yeah,
Like we just got done cooking a bunch of meth, pulling up to the hotel.
yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah. Apparently, this movie has like quite a lot of like shout outs and everything to other movies and everything. Like
Well, Halloween's
where?
done that from the
Let's see.
get-go, even with Sam Loomis. I mean, he
Yeah,
was the cop's name in Psycho.
yeah, very true. Um,
Or wouldn't it be cool if like there was like a throwback or like a shout out, like if Tom Atkins at one point says he has a colleague, Sam Loomis or something, that became a
yeah,
psychiatrist at a different hospital, like something like that.
yeah. You see, it would be j- just like a throwaway line, essentially.
Yeah,
But it would connect everything.
yeah, like him saying he went to school with Sam Loomis or something, and
Yeah. Or like I knew that I love this. It's just kind of like, okay, we're here to investigate your dad's murder.
but first
Like,
let's make out.
yeah.
You gotta
And
get
and
priorities straight.
and let's be honest. I mean, Tom Atkins is awesome and everything.
Yeah,
Right around here, it should
yeah.
be Jamie Lee Curtis.
Now that you say it, I hear it.
Yeah. Yeah, so as I was saying, Tom Atkins is awesome and everything, but, do you think, I love that, bring the cat in
You
too.
know, like what are they gonna do to the cat? I mean, come on.
Yeah, they're just going to leave it alone. Um, you know, uh, do you think he could really get a girl that young?
In real life, back then,
I
back
mean,
then, yeah,
his character in this.
he's a doctor. I mean, when you're a
Yeah,
doctor, you might as well be a superhero to women.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
Like they see
apparently,
that paycheck.
yeah. Apparently, this movie is on Roger Ebert's most hated list.
Really?
And again, he was a bit of an idiot.
Yeah, I wonder why though.
I don't know. Probably, I don't know.
Most major critics hate horror though. Like I know, what are those things? Siskel and Ebert.
Yeah.
I know they notoriously hate horror films.
Yeah, well,
But
one thing I always heard that made me lose a lot of respect for uh, Siskel and Ebert was when they when they reviewed the first Friday the 13th.
oh yeah, yeah, they're stupid, dude.
They gave out the actresses' like address and like phone number and
Said they ought
everything.
to be condemned to hell and all this crazy stuff for even making
Yeah,
it.
and had people like sending like hate mail to her and everything. It's like, you know, like you're a movie critic. You're not that important.
I know. And it's like, dude, and then they like, when the sequels come out, they realize everybody loved them. Then they start
Yeah,
seriously reviewing them, like, oh, part four is kind of good, blah, blah, blah. It's like,
yeah,
dude, how are you going to hate number one with a passion, but then, love part four? Like, part four is more brutal and intense than the first one.
yeah. And the funny thing is, there are some horror movies that Siskel and Ebert, that they gave decent reviews to.
Yeah, I know they
You
shit all
know,
over Silent Night, Deadly Night.
I can kind of get that.
Yeah, they thought that was, like, blasphemous.
Well, yeah, that's the problem. When you get people, horror is supposed to be divisive. It's supposed to be going against the grain and everything.
Yeah, and what none of them realize is the more they talk shit about it, the more people are going to go see it.
Oh yeah, well I think they know. I just think they think I think that a lot of critics think that their voice carries weight.
Yeah, but it just
And
makes people want to see it more.
yeah, and it doesn't. I mean that's one thing, I always find like whenever I like review a movie or whatever, I tend to say, like this is just my opinion. Like opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one.
Yeah,
And just because I like a movie doesn't mean you're going to. Just because like everybody like loved like Titanic or whatever, I may watch it and think it's a complete piece of crap.
did you though?
Yeah, I hate it. I hate it with a passion.
Oh
They,
man.
I'm gonna go on a little bit of a rant here, and this is just something I have to say. There was enough drama in the Titanic disaster as it was. You didn't need to tack on some stupid love story. You didn't need frickin' Leonardo DiCaprio falling off of like a
Yeah, it made it
door or whatever the hell.
unrealistic and stuff.
It's like come on, just tell the story of the Titanic disaster. It's
Oh, that
enough.
looks disgusting, dude. Oh, I can't even look at
Yeah.
it, bro. A piece of bread with cheese whiz squirted all over it.
Yeah. And this is something I've never got. Like, why would they care? Why would like the robots and everything care about some bum?
Hey, he's not abiding to the curfew. Oh, they're gonna make him suck their dicks. No, just kidding. Does it look like that's what they're setting him up for?
It does. Yeah, it's like come here, you.
He kind of looks like that old, I know it's not, but that short old dude in the Burbs.
Yeah,
Oh, that's sick.
that is. It just.
Or Klaus Kinski. He looks a little bit like Klaus Kinski.
Yeah, he looks a lot like Klaus Kinski, actually.
Although that you see the blood just squirting out
Oh,
like a
that
geyser.
that was good. And then they just stand there and stare at each other. It's like, hello. Oh man.
And this
And
has
the
got to be the smallest motel I ever seen.
I know. I mean, even the Bates Motel is bigger than
I
this,
know.
and that's saying something.
Yeah, I love the Bates Motel.
Yeah, it's got that really like, kind of like classic. Like you could imagine driving down some like back road or whatever and seeing a hotel, like a motel like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's a glass Coke bottle.
Yeah, you don't really see them anymore. Well, unless it's like a throwback in a store.
Yeah,
I
and
was
I
actually, uh,
I just love the fact also the actually the new Ghost album on vinyl I picked up and it's on Coke clear vinyl and it's that shade, that like bluish,
yeah,
bluish greenish shade of clear,
yeah, that's
and it's
cool.
kind of cool.
I don't think I own a Coke bottle vinyl.
I know it.
I know there's a
I've
few different albums that have that. I don't
Yeah,
think I've picked one up that has that color yet.
yeah. I mean, some people rag on the colored vinyl. I don't get it personally. I've never had a
People
problem.
say black sounds better, but I've watched videos where people that like make vinyl
Yeah,
that they literally say it literally doesn't matter. It's between
it's the
black
same
vinyl and colored
stuff.
vinyl. It's the same vinyl, just with color added to it. I mean, it literally doesn't affect the sound. It's made out of the same exact material.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I can understand maybe for like picture discs and
Well,
stuff.
yeah, because that's a totally different process how they make it.
Yeah, but like the clear vinyl, you can't tell me that's
No, it's just a black pellet compared to like a green pellet. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, no difference.
Whereas the picture disc, it's like an actual picture, and they put an ultra thin
Yeah,
layer vinyl, and yeah, it's. I
but
still
honestly,
like picture
even that,
discs.
they still sound okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
hell,
the other
they've been
day, I was gonna get a. I didn't end up finding it, but
mm.
Dookie from Green Day.
Oh yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
a huge Green Day fan, but I grew up listening to Dookie.
yeah,
But
yeah. I don't mind Green Day, but they're
they got a little
you know,
too popish. But like when
yeah.
American Idiot came out, they got just too popish. But like when Dookie and like Nimrod came out,
Oh
and they
yeah,
were actually like punkish sounding.
yeah,
But anyways, they had like the regular version with the sleeve and all that, but they have a picture disc of it. And
yeah. And it's like
I know it
and the
sounds
price
worse.
difference is negligible, but
Yeah, I know it sounds worse, but I'd rather have the picture disc even though it sounds worse just because it's cool.
yeah. And honestly, I don't find the difference in sound.
No, not neither do I really.
Interesting thing here, this actress actually had a no nipple clause
Meaning
in this
they
movie.
can't show her nips.
They can show it pretty much anything else except her nipples.
Wow.
So, they're very careful about where they're like placing the shots and everything so they don't get the whole nipple.
That's a weird clause. Like, he could
I
have
know.
Tom Atkins rubbing all over her and her ass and everything, but
Yeah.
the nips are just off. Oh, I thought we were about to see one for a second.
Yeah, you see, it's just enough that he kind of gets in the way. And oh, man. Yeah.
You know what's
What
funny?
were we
If
saying?
she could have, if
Yeah,
she
he's
could have
too
just
pumped
showed the
up.
nip and not had Tom Atkins sitting there sucking on it, but seems worse. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
feel like if you were an actress, you'd rather just show the nip instead of some just dude sucking on it on camera for a movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's just me, but like I don't get kind of like the whole like the like North American like thought on nudity in movies. It's like you can show like the most grotesque, violent stuff, but you show a bit of nudity and all of a sudden like, oh no, they can't show that, you know.
Yeah, I don't. It's yeah, that's real. Is it like that in Canada too?
It is. Well, essentially Canada has the same basic system as America.
But you guys have a lot of French people, and I feel like they're real open with that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's still pretty much the same. I think the biggest difference is, a good example was like with Hereditary,
Yeah,
how that was rated, like 14A over here,
that's
and it
weird, man.
and it had an R rating in the States. It's just kind of, I guess, whatever floats your boat.
Thinking back on it though, I don't see anything that should have been PG-13 here.
Yeah,
I don't remember any that hard. Maybe when she's yelling at him, there's some harsh language, but
yeah.
I mean,
Well,
there's
maybe
some
all the
weed
heads
smoking
coming
and
off.
stuff. But even then, I don't know. It should have been PG-13.
Yeah, I love this scene. I honestly do. It's like, I'm going to stick this metal thing on this other metal thing and see what happens. It's like no good can come from it.
Well, I mean, would anything really happen though? Oh, jeez. Yeah, I don't remember that. The cheesy '80s special effect, but it still made me
Yeah,
jump.
the rotoscope, definitely. There's always,
Oh, I
there's
love
kind
that.
of,
I love that.
yeah. Just, brrr.
Oh, jeez.
It's like, damn. And it's funny that, it does that to her.
You know what? I actually have a picture on my wall. I don't know if you've seen it in my videos. They're like two
Mhm.
mini posters that were in Fangoria I put on my wall.
Yeah,
And one
yeah,
of them says Halloween 3, and it's that face. And when I looked at it, I remember sitting there thinking, like, I don't remember that from Halloween 3 at all. And I
yeah,
just now realized it's her.
yeah,
But I remember looking at it like, I remember like, oh, it's cool, it's gory looking. But I was like, I don't
yeah,
remember this from Halloween 3.
yeah. I mean, well, that's also sort of the thing that you get, like in like Fangoria and everything. And there you go. You
Yeah,
get a
it's worth the
bit
price
of
of
fan
admission
service
alone.
for
No, I'm just
bit of
kidding.
fan service for the women there.
Was he like a
Uh,
big draw to women though back then?
I don't know. I
It's
mean, they
weird
went
because he's not like an A-list actor. It's like,
no.
weren't most horror fanatics back then like dudes? I would think.
Yeah, I don't know why they showed his ass.
It's like he's so
Um,
badass. Show him naked. We don't give a fuck.
well, yeah, it's probably true. Hell, it's like what's his name? Remember on NYPD Blue?
I never watched that.
I didn't either, but the Dennis Franz, I think it was. He was like
Looks like
this.
Seth Rogen right there, don't it? I
Yeah,
don't
it does.
remember.
He was like some like big like greasy looking guy. He played this cop, and they showed his ass on TV, and apparently it was like some special thing, but no one was really cared, honestly.
You know
Well, I
what?
think probably somebody cared, but
Yeah. You know what other movie this dude played in as a villain?
well,
You don't know? It was a famous '80s pop culture movie.
I can't put my finger on it.
RoboCop, dude. He was the main villain in RoboCop.
Oh my god!
And he gets shot down by the whatever that machine was called.
Yeah,
It had like the
yeah,
machine gun arms and everything. I don't remember
yeah,
the name
the
of
Ed
it.
209. Yeah,
Yeah. That was
I
like the
always
two big
thought
movies he was in was this and RoboCop.
that's kind of cool. And he's like, okay, let's come back in here. I just love the fact that they didn't even try to make it like an ambulance took her away or anything. No, it's Silver Shamrock. It's like we don't have ambulances here. We go to the mask factory, and
Yeah.
they fix us up. Well, they do. Oh man.
You know what's crazy about this? I just remembered this too, or I'm looking it up and I just remembered it in it. That guy was also Andrew Packard in Twin Peaks.
Oh wow. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, now that I read that, I remember that.
Mm. Man, look at all that smoke coming out of the top of that.
I mean, what are they making? Is that just melting all the rubber or whatever? What the
Yeah.
hell's the name of it?
Uh,
Latex,
latex.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I mean,
It also says that guy was in Invasion USA, and I remember him in... Oh, no, that's the old one. Never mind. I didn't know there was an old Invasion USA
well,
from
apparently.
1952.
Yeah.
So it said, yeah, he was in RoboCop 2, RoboCop, The Last Starfighter. You remember that movie?
Yeah. I actually saw the Blu-ray of that the other day for like $5.
Wow. You know what Blu-ray I keep seeing in my Walmart bin, and I almost pick it up every time I go, but I just don't.
Yeah.
But I wonder if it's up near you. It's called The Last Hunter or something, YOR. And
Yeah.
it's got like a slipcover and everything. It kind of looks like
Well, yeah.
have you heard of it?
I've heard of it. Yeah. I think it's like some like dinosaur hunter movie or something.
Yeah, it looks like it's something like old Flash Gordon or something like that. Or like Conan.
Yeah. It could be neat.
I mean, I always see it in the Walmart bin, but for some reason I never pick it up.
Yeah.
Just because now recently when I buy movies, because
Mhm.
I used to just buy a lot of stuff that's like, oh, it's genre or it's
Yeah.
horror or something, so I'll pick it up. But now and then when I get to it, I'm kind of like, I don't really want to watch it, but I'll get to it. I
Yeah.
kind of have like a motto now where I only buy stuff that I like really want to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Because that's the
it's the
worst.
sort of thing. Some stuff you can write off as a blind buy.
Yeah. Well, I
You
do that a
know.
lot now. I blind buy stuff just because I really want to see it.
Yeah. But like some stuff, I mean, it's just it's not going to be good. Like from the get go.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, like that's what I feel about that movie, kind of. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's one of those things where it's like, oh, the slipcover looks cool, but you know how I said I always got to watch stuff in the order I get it.
Yeah.
So even if the movie, if like I'm not really, it's looking good, I still got to watch it before I move on.
I know
See,
what you mean. Yeah.
so that's like the worst. So I like the new motto I live by doing that. It's like now it's like if I just buy a stack of stuff I really want to see, I'm never like I got to get through this to get to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. What I find a lot of times, what happens to me is I get like a backlog of stuff, and I never get around to watching something. Then eventually I get around to watch it, and I'm like, why in the hell did I not watch this sooner?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
You know, and it's like, and you're shaking your head. It's like, I've had this like awesome movie all this time, and I've never watched it.
Yeah, I love when that happens though.
Oh, I love that in the background there. Do you notice
Was
the
there a
creature
Halloween
from,
mask?
there was one from Creep Show.
I
The,
hope they
that,
show him again. I
yeah,
doubt they
that,
will, but
yeah, that
which creep?
fuzzy creature that was under the
Oh, the
stairs.
crate? Really?
Yeah, yeah, it was one of the heads that was there.
You think it would have been cool if they had a Michael Myers mask?
That would have been neat. It would have, again, it would have been a thing that could have tied it into the mythology.
Yeah. Oh, isn't that what you said they were gonna do? Like Don or whatever the Silver Shamrock came out with the
Yes,
clown mask.
yeah, someone brought that up like on the messages in on Bloody Disgusting, and it just seems like such an easy way to have tied them all together.
Yeah.
You know, just
I'm
make
just
it
not a
you
big
know.
fan of that theory though for some reason.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
love this. They actually show you the real process of making them.
yeah.
I think I did read that these were part of Don Post. This is actually filmed in Don Post Studios.
Oh, that's cool. I love the fact that they go to all this trouble. You know, it's like they want to like massacre a bunch of kids. There's probably an easier way.
Yeah.
Well we know there's an easier way. Give someone a machine gun at a school. We seem to get that a lot. And
Yeah.
it seems to work a lot better than a bunch of masks.
Yep. Definitely. Yeah, it's getting crazy.
Yeah.
But no matter what happens, just personal opinion real quick, I don't think they should ever outlaw guns.
No,
Because the problem is they're going to take all the guns away from the regular people. They're
yeah.
never going to change like the black market. So then the only people that own guns are the criminals.
Yeah. I think essentially we're opening a bit of a can of worms here, but my basic thing is they should do what we do up here.
What's that?
You know, we have you know, like you can get guns up here, you know, but you have to have like a license to get them and everything, and it's like a stricter it's not just like a cursory
Is that
like
any gun? Because here you need
there's
a
certain
license to
stuff
get a pistol and like a Uzi or something. But to get
yeah.
I could just walk into a pawn shop and buy a shotgun or a rifle.
Yeah, up here, you know, pretty much you get like the hunting rifles and everything. You don't really get any like assault weapons.
Oh, really?
No,
You could
so
walk
you
into
know,
pawn shops down here and find Uzis and AK-47s and stuff.
yeah,
I love that him
that,
putting the mask on. It's just,
yeah,
it's like
and I love the fact that he went out of the way to give him one that has the, you know, the
tag on
killer
it. Yeah.
tag on it. Yeah,
Out of the three masks, which one's your favorite?
I always kind of like the skull.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
probably my second favorite.
they're all iconic. You know, and like but honestly, any of those three masks, if you showed to someone like who's a fan of horror, would know they'd be Halloween 3.
Exactly, yeah.
You know,
Something about the
not
witch
so
one
generic.
I like a lot.
I think what makes the witch one cool is the whole like material for the
Yeah,
back. You know, that's not just it's not just the latex mask. It's also, you know, like the cloth and everything as well.
definitely. You know what else is cool too? Like the scene on the cover. I think it's
Mhm.
coming up soon, or like 20 minutes when it's like the shadow of the kids trick or
Yeah,
treating,
just
and they all got
walking
those
along.
masks. Yeah,
That's a great scene. That is honestly, I always think one of the coolest posters in the Halloween series.
definitely. Although, I agree, but I disagree at the same time
Hmm.
because I love the image,
Yeah.
but I feel like there's so many other images in this you could have put on the cover. You know
Oh,
what I
yeah.
mean? Like, I feel
Yeah.
like just the masks in general with one of the dude, like with the black gloves or something, or I don't know. It
Yeah.
was just a strange cover choice, but I like it. But I think it's strange for the movie.
Yeah. I think it fits in though, because I mean, one thing I always kind of found a bit annoying, honestly, was the original poster art and everything for Halloween 2.
What is that? Just the skull pumpkin?
Yeah, I always just found it kind of like I love the Halloween 1 poster art.
Yeah, it's
You know,
iconic.
it's magnificent. Um, Part 2 I find just very generic, the cover,
Yeah,
And I mean, and this I find very iconic as well.
yeah. I think the most iconic poster out of all of them to me though is part 5
That's a really nice cover.
with Jamie. Jamie was her name.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't know why I just randomly thought of it. Or is it
Yeah.
4? Is it 4 where she's in the clown suit? Yeah, I think it is part 4
Uh,
where she's
it's
wearing the little
it's
Michael Myers outfit.
yeah,
And
that's part 5.
oh, part 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that poster art.
Yeah. Part 4 is just kind of Michael Myers' face, and like I think there's like a house at the
Yeah,
bottom or
yeah,
something.
yeah. I know H2O is the H2O and Resurrection suck. The poster arts. They
Yeah.
got that floating heads '90s
Ugh.
look.
I hate it. I hate
I
it.
actually love part six's art too, though. I love the blue tint to
Yeah.
it and everything.
Well, it's just a very, classy looking cover, really.
Yeah, and then Rob Zombie's, I didn't like his part one poster, just the silhouette of him and the kind of
Yeah.
orangish. But I like part two where he's got his
I
arm all the way up.
love part 2.
Yeah, I
That
know.
cover is magnificent, honestly. I bought a poster of that just so that I could have that poster up. What got a bit annoying after a while was when I'd look at the poster and I realized that that scene never actually happens in the movie.
Yeah, yeah, I see what you mean. You know how my
You
back
know?
wall of my videos are all pretty much making
Yeah,
a wall of posters, trying to
yeah.
cover every wall space. I still got to get a few more to kind of cover it up, but there's some I definitely need to get. Like Halloween 5 was actually one I was planning on getting.
Yeah.
That one, I need to get the Leatherface 3 poster,
Oh,
because
that's
that's
a
one of my
good cover.
favorite cover arts of all time. Just
Yeah,
that like pink and purple with Leatherface and all that,
yeah.
you know.
Hell, hell, what's it called? Let's never forget Friday 7.
7.
I love that.
Oh yeah,
I
with
love
the
that
knife
poster.
and yeah. And it,
Yeah.
although I personally dig part five's poster of Friday the 13th, the mask
With
that's not even in the movie at all.
oh, the glowy mask.
Yeah, with the red
Yeah,
glowing, it's the same hockey mask Clark Griswold wears in Christmas
yeah,
Vacation.
yeah. I like that poster art simply because it's
Simple, dude. It's so simple.
yeah, and the thing is though, someone totally they were like, well, we need a poster. What should we do? And some like the director's like nephew or something just like took a picture. We're like, there, use that, and he's like,
Yeah,
okay,
because isn't it bizarre they never use that mask?
it is. I mean, you would have thought, even if it was just as like you know what's the word I'm looking for, like someone comes out with a mask on and that's the mask they have on, and but it's just like a gag.
Yeah. I love the look of that kind of hockey mask, though. It sucks you
Yeah.
don't really see it ever. Like, there was a movie called Bloody Murder and
Yeah.
Bloody Murder 2, which are out of print
Yeah.
now, but he wears them. And I
Yeah.
think on the cover of Sleepaway Camp 2 or 3, remember she has a backpack and there's like a Freddy glove
Yeah.
hanging out of it and one of those
Yeah.
masks.
Part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's that generic hockey mask,
Yep.
and it's kind of neat, really. And kind of like I love with that cover also, the Sleepaway Camp 2, how the Freddy glove like totally looks like one of those plastic Freddy gloves.
Oh yeah, that you get at the party store or something for $8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I used to get those as a kid.
Yeah, I had one too. It was like on a blister pack.
Yeah, I have metal ones now, so I'm fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got the NECA one and the
The
Ruby
blades are actually
costumes one.
metal?
Yeah, I don't think they're not like strong enough to like they're not like a high carbon steel or anything. So I
Yeah.
doubt you could sharpen them and actually use them or anything. I think they're like like your basic like stainless steel.
Did you take it out of the package or keep it in?
Yeah, I got two of them, took them both out.
Okay.
I got the remake glove and the original.
That's cool. I wish, or not I wish, I want to get the NECA Friday the 13th masks.
Oh, that'd be
I
cool.
think they're all out of print though.
I don't I don't know. They might
I'm sure you
reissue
could
them.
still get them for like, I don't think they're that expensive anymore, but I think a lot of them are out of print, which is weird
Yeah,
because a lot of the NECA stuff does go out of print. Like that, some of the Leatherface figures, dude, go for like 80, $90 now.
yeah. I wonder if that's why companies like NECA keep doing the same like licenses over and over again to keep the license so that they can redo stuff, you know?
Yeah, yeah, I think so. And they'll like do variants of the same exact figure.
Yeah, that's one thing I've I've never really got. Like you'll see like a figure and it'll be like you can get this, this variant that's like purple.
Yeah,
And it's like, oh, okay, why? Why would I want like a purple version?
yeah, that's kind of dumb. It's just for collectors, I think, that want every copy of it. The problem is, dude, those toys are expensive as hell, dude.
Oh yeah. Well, have you seen? Well, don't even get me started on the statues. Have you seen those?
From
Like that you
NECA?
can buy, like sometimes from NECA, sometimes from these other companies, and they're like $300,
Oh
and
yeah, dude.
essentially
There's
they're
something real quick. There's something creepy about that image, dude.
yeah,
Like that would creep me the hell out, dude. That face.
yeah. Well, the problem is it's completely, the uncanny valley as they call it, right?
What does that mean?
It's like you see something that looks human but isn't,
Yeah,
you
that I
know?
think that's what it is. Just the blank stare and just
Yeah. It's the same thing that makes like animatronics creepy.
or dolls or something.
Yeah, yeah. Because you see kind of like the human element in it,
Yeah. What
but
do you think of
it's
that 80s
obviously
punch
not.
sound effect?
Yeah. I just want to hear a Wilhelm scream in the background, and there you go. Ah! And that would be complete cheese.
I love how the boxes were all boxed up, but when he laid on it, there was like nothing in it.
Yeah.
Just crushed.
Oh,
What do you think
I
that is? Orange juice?
I think I
No,
don't
it's too
know.
thick.
Egg.
Yeah, I was sitting there thinking egg yolk.
Oh man, it's like just pull it out. You know you're a badass when you punch into someone's stomach. Be they a robot or not, it doesn't really matter.
I know.
You've punched a hole in a guy's stomach.
Yeah, it's crazy. What do you think that was though? I feel like the only thing you would need if you were a robot would be like oil or something.
Yeah.
That would either have to be like oil or hydraulic fuel fluid or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe hydraulic fluid. It's like,
I
oh
don't
yeah,
think they
there's this
plan on
ad.
people questioning that. I think they're just like, oh, he's a robot, so here's this mysterious goo.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like
Or they would
when
need something to make it feel real, kind of. I guess like blood or something.
yeah, I mean that's one thing I always think when you see movies with like robots in it and everything. You know, if you're trying to make them appear human, have their liquids the same as human liquids, if
Like a
that makes sense.
Terminator.
Yeah. I mean, the fact of the matter is, like when you think of Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Terminator, you know what? Yeah, he couldn't really pass as human because considering the way he acted,
Yeah,
but you know, but if you had one properly trained, I don't think that's the right word,
yeah, like
but
how he talks in part two. He could
yeah,
pass.
yeah. and also like if he gets like a cut or whatever, it bleeds.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't question it. Where one of these guys, they get a cut and like yellow pours out. You're like, what the hell is wrong with you, man?
Yeah, definitely.
Film that shit. Put it on YouTube. Get a bunch of views.
Be like, hey, look at this dude.
Yeah.
You have the FBI contact commented, so where do you
Yeah.
live?
Yeah. It's like North
FBI
Dakota.
guy 82 or something.
Yeah. Oh man. That's one thing. I mean, for a villain, he dresses really well.
Yeah, I've always loved like a nice dressed villain. Kind of
Yeah.
like he should be in a James Bond movie. Like he walked
Exactly.
into the wrong set, but they're like, well, let's go with it.
Yeah. He feels like a James Bond villain. That's what it is.
He even talks like one.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, like there's no like psychosis there. He's not psychotic or insane or anything, is he?
Yeah, just calm and collected.
Yeah, which makes it all the creepier, really.
Yeah, Tom Atkins should have played James Bond.
That would have been like, wow.
Wouldn't it be funny if Tom Atkins just played like every main character ever? Like Indiana Jones and the Terminator and just everything.
You know what I would like to see? Did you ever see that episode of The Simpsons where Homer's father goes to like Branson, Missouri to go gambling? So Homer goes after him and he ends up in Bronson, Missouri, and everybody is Charles Bronson.
No, I don't think I
The
saw
babies
that.
and everything, every single person is Charles Bronson. They all talk like him. They all look like him. Just make a movie with Tom Atkins as every single role.
Yeah, that'd be funny as hell, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is what I remember. I remember
Yeah.
there's nothing but like cheesy 80s effects coming up.
Yeah. I mean, the whole rotoscope technique to do the effects and everything, it is really cheesy, but it has a charm.
Yeah. You know what this reminds me of too? Did you ever see The Entity?
Yeah.
You remember that awful like ice effect?
Yeah. Yeah.
Man,
It
it was like in a room like this kinda.
Yeah, I never really got that, like why they thought they could freeze a ghost.
Yeah. I mean I get
I
the
don't-
idea kinda, but dude, it looked awful. Like,
Yeah.
they should have just kept it hardcore with like the ghost raping them all and everything, and
Yeah.
they shouldn't have even defeated it. They should have been like, well, the family died and like ended it with another family moving in.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the thing though. It does get out of the ice and
Yeah.
keeps happening.
Yeah.
You know.
If I was a director, I'd make sure that'd be like one of my signature things. Like every ending would have to be negative. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
no happy endings.
Oh man, you'd get like a good example of that is the anime director. What's his name? Tomio something. I can't remember his name, but they call him like Kill 'Em All Tomio or
Why does he
something.
kill every character?
Pretty much, he introduces characters just to kill them off. Literally, like they come in about 2 episodes later, they kill them off.
Wow.
And I mean, it kind of starts to lose its effectiveness,
Yeah, I see what you
you
mean.
know. But then again, if you do it right, you know, it works. If you make a character you like, and then kill them off, you feel something.
Definitely. Do they ever explain what they're carving into that big rock?
I think they're taking out little pieces of it to put in the masks.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what causes the special. I just want to know why the hell it turns his head into insects.
Hey,
And
it's
a
one of the
snake
best
for
effects
some
of the
reason.
whole thing, so I don't can't
It
complain.
is definitely.
And I love like that the kid looks like a young Danny Bonaducci.
Yeah. Apparently he signs like a bunch of stuff and sells it or whatever, and he said he saw it on eBay going for like $5.
What?
A picture of him that he signed.
Who? Danny Bonaducci?
No, this kid.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why would they want who would want his autograph?
I don't know. I think they probably just go to a convention. They're like, oh, look, it's that guy. Maybe he doesn't charge for signatures.
Yeah, no. All I know is if I was at a convention and he was like sitting at a table signing, I don't think I'd stop because it'd be like you were in the movie for like 5 minutes, if that.
Yeah, but he does have one of the most iconic deaths in the series.
Yeah, that's true. If he was signing a picture of the actual death,
I think it does. I think it's like the scene like where he has like the mask on, it's
yeah.
starting
Well,
to
I mean,
melt or
there's no
whatever.
other like cool scenes you could get. I mean,
Not really.
maybe him flicking the mother off riding away on the bike.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just love
who
the fact
watches TV like that?
I know you're gonna kill your eyes, but then again, not that he has anything to worry about anymore.
Yeah, but hands on the knees, just kind of bent over
Stupid
watching
little
it.
troll. I really don't like this kid, so I'm honestly really happy when his head blows up and turns into snakes.
Yeah. And
That sounds horrible to say, but still.
think about it, they air this commercial so many times. Like
Yeah.
they like after like the first commercial when you were a kid. I mean, would you keep putting the mask on every
No,
time it would
hell
come on?
no. Yeah,
I love that.
yeah, it's a great effect. And now I
Oh,
will
the
turn your...
mask even rots too.
Yeah. Oh!
Oh, that's sick. It looks cool on
Yeah.
Blu-ray too.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, though, what's going to happen with the parents is the idea that, like, these bugs end up killing them as well or something.
See, I don't do snakes at all, so that freaks me out.
Huh?
Dude,
I
I got
just
like
don't
a
know.
phobia against snakes, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind snakes. They never really bothered me.
Uh,
Luckily.
dude, like Anaconda, the sequel.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Hunt for the Blood Orchid.
Yeah.
You seen that?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Dude, you remember when they're like walking through the... Oh, hell no, dude. I'd freak out. Oh,
I mean,
shit. Dude, that's freakier to me than Michael Myers and everything. Oh,
yeah.
dude. But
I don't know
anyways,
why he just didn't stand on the table.
yeah. But, remember in Anaconda, the sequel, though, when they're like walking in the river and there's just that giant anaconda like
Yeah.
swimming between their legs and everything?
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
that would freak me out, dude.
Yeah. Snakes are interesting creatures,
Yeah.
you know? And I don't know. I always find it funny that different people have different, you know, things that bug them,
Yeah, I know.
you know?
Yeah. Like, yeah, spiders and snakes, man. I just don't do them.
Yeah.
I think it's just the way they move and everything. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't like rats.
See, but that wouldn't bother me, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't mind seeing rats.
Yeah.
I don't mind seeing them from a distance. I just don't want them anywhere near me,
Yeah.
you
See,
know?
I've been in a few places where, like, like buddies' houses or something where
Mm.
there'll be rats or something, but, I see that costume right there. That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Like a garbage bag with a picture
Yeah.
put on it.
But, but, I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, I'd rather be in a room with like 5 rats than a snake. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I guess also rats are apparently intelligent, so
Really?
they say they're
What the hell
very
is that supposed to be? Did you see that?
yeah, I don't know.
And I like too how they like they have the masks, but they don't match the costume at all. Like the one dude was a
I
pirate,
know.
but he had the
Yeah.
pumpkin head.
Yeah.
Did you
It
notice those kids just disappeared? Like they
yeah.
were walking, then the van kind of rides by them and they're gone.
Well, of course, the rape van came past and just pulled them all in.
See, there's the cover art.
There, yeah. I always liked the tagline for this, the night no one comes home.
Yeah, it is a pretty clever tagline.
Yeah. Though again, it was harkening back to the original Halloween, which I think was a mistake.
Yeah, definitely. If I had went into this not knowing anything about it,
Yeah.
do you know how pissed I would have been?
Yeah.
You go there expecting a continuation of Halloween and you get this.
Yeah, well, that's what happened with me when I originally first saw it.
You didn't see this in theaters, did you?
No, no, I didn't see it in theaters, but well, I always remember the first time I was actually introduced to this movie. It's kind of weird. I was at McDonald's. I was a little kid, and I was there with my dad, and they had some sort of special going on. And what it was they had like VHS tapes that you could like buy for like I think it was like $5 or something if you
Was that a
bought like
lot
a.
back then, or no?
It wasn't cheap, but it wasn't super expensive. You know, it was reasonable. And this must have been what, I don't know, like 86, 87 probably,
Yeah.
something around there. You know, and yeah, they had three like ones for kids and three for adults. And I always remember one of the three for the adults was Halloween 3.
And that was McDonald's?
It was McDonald's. It was really like a weird. I'd never seen anything before like it. I've never seen anything since like it. It
And
was
what
just this.
exactly, did they give you the tapes at the actual McDonald's, or was it a mail
Yeah,
thing?
you bought your burger or whatever, and then you paid extra, and then they gave you the tape. Apparently,
That's weird, and I've never heard of anything like that. What do you
I
know what
know.
the other two adult titles were?
I can't remember for the life of me. I don't think they were anything special. I think honestly, Halloween 3 seemed to be the one that you would get.
I bet you what it was is they probably sold like shit, you know what I mean? And they
Oh,
probably
probably.
unloaded all the copies to McDonald's.
Yeah, probably for like $1 a piece or something.
Yeah.
And then they sold them off for like 5 and made $4 profit.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised. It was an interesting it was an interesting
I mean, that's cool.
promotion.
The thing is, though, I would have thought it'd be all kid movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I
But
think
adults
since it
do
was
shop at McDonald's too, so.
yeah, it was weird because I remember they had like the kids ones were like animated, like I think one was like it's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown or whatever,
Yeah.
and there was some others like that. I think one was like Sleepy Hollow or something if I remember right. Like I said, this
Was
is
this
this is
like a
a hell
Halloween
of a
promotion?
yeah yeah. It was around Halloween.
So I
It was
assume
it
the
was a
other two
really
adult titles were horror?
yeah. It was really kind of like odd. I mean, I don't know whether it was like a nationwide like like company-wide thing or whether it was just at this one McDonald's. But I remember the posters. They had these posters and they were behind the like glass
Wow.
showing all the different movies you could get. And I thought like, wow, that's kind of cool.
So what, you told your dad buy the Halloween 3?
Didn't get it.
Oh, you
I,
didn't?
I I was too young at the time.
Really?
But yeah, but I always remember because I remember the poster art and everything, just thinking like that looked really cool. And I always remember the name, Season of the Witch.
Well, were your parents strict when it came to movies, or no?
To a point. I mean, like when I was a kid, like I think I started watching horror probably when I was about 10,
Oh, okay.
and I started with Nightmare on Elm Street Part 1 and 2.
Yeah. That's a good way to start.
Yeah, because essentially they had I don't know whether you had it down in the States, Columbia House.
Is that the mail order thing?
Yeah, it
Where they
was like
send you, yeah,
yeah, you could get like 10 movies
for a
for
penny or
like
something?
yeah, like a penny a piece, and then you had to buy like 4 or something at full price over the next year. I used to join that thing again and again and again.
Yeah, because it's a good deal.
Yeah, and what I used to do though is I used to in those like the 10 for a penny or whatever, I used to buy ones specifically that I knew I could sell.
Oh, yeah.
I kid you not, the amount of copies of Dirty Dancing and Pretty Woman that I got from there on VHS that I then sold.
If they had a record of you, they're probably like, damn, this dude watches a
Really,
lot of
yeah,
Dirty Dancing.
yeah. And I mean, for some reason, I don't know, I could sell them quite easily.
Where would you sell them to back then? Like, were there shops or just people you knew?
Honestly, at first it was just like we'd take them to like a pawn type place, but then eBay came around,
Oh, wow.
and eBay made it much easier.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'd get it for like a cent, and then I'd sell it for like $12.
Were you pretty active on eBay or nah?
For quite a while, I was. I used to sell a lot of uh, address labels, like
Like when you send me a package, it has your logo on
yeah,
it.
yeah, like those. I used to do those uh, two sheets of them for like $2 plus shipping or whatever. It was
Uh,
pretty good. Yeah, and
so
then
what, you just stop doing it or something?
yeah, it was getting like too much to send them and everything.
Yeah, or wasn't really equaling it out or making it worth it.
No, so then I'd sell like some movies or whatever. One time I always remember, again with I think it was Columbia House. Yeah, it was Columbia House. I ordered no, it wasn't Columbia House. It was something, some mail order thing, whatever. I ordered Halloween, the first Halloween, and like three or four other movies. So they sent them. I was all happy. I opened them up. Everything was good. The next day, I got another package. I'm like, what the hell is this? They sent me two orders.
Of the same movies?
Yeah. So I was just kind of like, well, screw that. That's their fault. So I
Well,
kept them. I sold them.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And, let's be honest, people don't care.
Yeah. You know
You
what I
know?
miss about that time, man? The VHS and stuff, like, that was before people were ripping movies, and you can go into a Best Buy or whatever and literally find
Yeah.
any movie you were looking for.
Yeah.
Like, I remember way back in the day, I was just talking about this earlier, that, that you could go, I miss that, being able to go to a Best Buy and there just being rows and rows of
Oh,
movies.
definitely.
Now there's like two racks, you know what I mean?
I know.
And it's
I
just the
used
modern
to,
stuff that you don't care about.
yeah. I used to go to the Best Buy near me, and there used to be about like 6 aisles worth of DVDs and Blu-rays and everything. You could go in there and you could spend maybe, 15, 20 minutes. Now, like you said, there's two racks, and it's like you can go in, you can spend about a minute and a half looking
Yeah.
at what's there.
And it's always the same shit, dude. Like I
Yeah.
always go in there waiting for to see something cool, and it's always like they got the same movies, but they'll just alternate the deal, like buy two get one free or something or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's the same stuff, dude. Like that Raid double feature,
Yeah.
dude. That's been there for years now. And like
Yeah.
Taxi Driver and Christine, like those
Yeah.
movies, they all always have them, dude.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, like a lot of the times, you can get them cheaper at Walmart.
Oh yeah. Well,
I
I
mean,
think Best Buy will price match. I think with
yeah.
Walmart.
Best Buy I find is good for like, when they have like limited edition like steel books and stuff like that.
Yeah,
That's kind of cool, but, a lot of the time it's like, do you really want to pay this extra for a steel book
yeah.
of of like like Charlie's Angels or something?
Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
always pick a regular case over a steelbook. I honestly can't
Yeah.
stand steelbooks.
See, I dig steel books as long as it it's like a good movie.
Yeah, they never really have that good of artwork, I think. You know what I mean? I don't like that they can dent easily and scratch and
Yeah.
all that.
I find it a lot of the time with me, it depends literally on the artwork. Like if
Yeah.
I see a steelbook with really good artwork, I don't mind picking it up.
Have you noticed a lot of steelbooks though have like really simple artwork
Yeah. I mean, in some cases that works. I mean, I know they did one for the Blues Brothers,
with
a
just the
steelbook.
fist? They just got the
Yeah.
fist tattoos or whatever.
Yeah, and it looked kind of cool.
Yeah.
It worked for the movie and everything. Um, but some
But
stuff,
then you have like the Terminator where it's just the arm and it's like, ugh. Even The
yeah,
Shining, like it's just an axe. It's like you can't do anything better than that.
I know it's very, there's something to be said for simplistic designs and everything. They can work when done right,
Yeah, one of
but
the best steelbooks. I'm
you
sure
know,
you've seen it, dude. Awesome
mhm.
steelbook cover for The Matrix, where it's like the embryo thing or whatever. You know those pods where
Yeah,
Neo's like been
yeah,
enlisted. It's like the gel pod or whatever they're in.
yeah. I
Like
think I
that's the
might
cover
have
of
that
it.
actually.
I
Yeah, I
love that
think I think I
steelbook.
have that. Yeah, and it's like a matte steelbook, isn't it?
Yeah, That
Yeah.
one, and then there was a steelbook for the Terminator 2, where it's
Hmm.
like the skull, the endoskeleton skull,
That's cool.
and it's like flames.
Yeah.
And then I think there was like a Best Buy steelbook of Rambo that looked really badass.
That's cool. See, I like stuff like that, you know. Have you seen this new thing that they're doing now, though? It's like a steel book, and they'll put like 6 movies in it, and it's just like on
Yeah.
one spindle.
Oh, it's on a one spindle. I've seen stuff like I think there's a Men in
Oh,
Black one, like a Men in Black steelbook
yeah,
collection. I didn't know
yeah,
they put them on one spindle.
yeah. Like they do a Resident Evil one.
Oh, that's the worst, dude.
Yeah, it's like the entire Resident Evil series on one spindle. It's like no.
With Blu-ray though, it's different. Whereas like the Phantasm set, like I got the
Yeah,
Blu-ray set from Go, but I don't remember why I got it. I think it was like $5. And that said why not, but I got that DVD set too.
yeah,
Dude, they put all the DVDs on one spindle, bro.
yeah. I mean, my thing is this: if you're gonna put them on one spindle, at least have dividers between the discs.
Yeah,
Like a
definitely.
little paper divider or something. You know, it's simple. You
Or like
know,
dividers made out of the material of like a slip mat or something.
yeah, you know, just something just to keep them separate because the fact of the matter is, you know, Blu-rays can get damaged.
It's
Like not,
harder to get real hard
yeah,
to damage them.
yeah, they're not as easy as DVDs are to damage, but you can do it.
Yeah,
And you know, and if I've pulled out like, you know, I'm reckoning if you're getting like maybe 6 movies, probably what, like $50 or so.
yeah.
You know,
You want them all to have at
yeah,
least their own flipper, or whatever you call them.
yeah, yeah. I don't mind flippers. I don't mind. Hell, I don't even mind though. Like you know how when you get the 2 disc steel books that have the like one like slips in and then clips down, the other one goes on top of it.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
that's
even
okay.
yeah, even that I don't mind. But you know,
What do you think of like cardboard sleeves, where you got to slip them in and out of cardboard, and they get
I
scratched every time you take them out?
I hate it.
Yeah,
I
dude.
hate it.
And
I mean,
sometimes there's even glue residue on it from the
oh,
cardboard sleeves.
that is a nightmare. Honestly, I think didn't like the Universal Monsters American box set have that?
Yeah, and like the Sopranos complete box set that cost like $150.
Yeah,
All the discs were in cardboard sleeves, and when you pulled them out, they all scratched.
yeah. You know, I don't like that.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, that's one of the good things. Like for example, like with the Universal Monsters one, for example, I bought that the British version of that mainly because it was a hell of a lot cheaper, but also they all had uh what are they called? Um, I think I'm gonna sneeze. Just hold on a second. Yeah, that's better. Um, you, what do you call them? Not flippers, but they're like usually there's like a picture in the back and it's like stuck on, and then you just kind of put the disc in it, like like Blu-ray books.
what do you mean?
Uh, I don't know how to
Like
describe
a
it.
digibook?
Yeah, yeah, like a digibook.
Yeah,
You know how they go in on those.
yeah,
You know, kind of like that. You know, it's all cases like that. So I didn't mind that,
yeah,
but you know, cardboard is like no.
yeah. Have you seen that Omen set, the Blu-ray Omen set?
Ugh, I have it. Yeah.
It's like the flimsiest package you've ever seen, and
I kid you not, the day I bought it, I took the discs out and I never put them back in it.
what do you make your own case for it?
Yeah, I just took I think it was like a 3 or 4 disc Blu-ray case, put them all in that, made a custom cover for it, and that was that.
Yeah,
You know, I just couldn't I couldn't do that cover.
yeah.
It was horrible.
What do you
It
think
was
of
a
these
nice
amazing effects here?
yeah. Oh,
But yeah, dude, like the
yeah.
things where the discs sat in, they were like foam. like the things that
I know.
whatever, like where the discs actually, the thing that would go in the middle of the disc to hold it there.
Yeah, like it's like a foam
It was
out.
like, dude, that was the cheapest case I ever seen.
It was. And I mean, the thing is, you can do like value priced packaging that still works.
Yeah.
You know?
Are you able to see if is that Omen set the DVD one that actually included part four? Is that like a
Uh,
reasonable price? Because I know it's out of print.
I'll take a
You
look.
know the one
Yeah.
where they each had their individual cases and it was actually a worthwhile looking box set?
Yeah. I never know why they didn't put part four on the Blu-rays.
Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, I was gonna say maybe they don't think it was worth it, but I was like, they put the remake on Blu-ray.
Yeah. The
I actually
remake was
like
one
part
of those.
four.
Yeah.
Cause I think maybe they didn't add it because it's not a theatrical movie, maybe.
Yeah, it could be, but you'd think they would have like had even the DVD in
I
there.
love the way that it looks there.
Yeah.
Looks like it was carved out of a bar of soap or something.
Yeah.
He looked
Okay.
derpy kind of there, to be honest.
Yeah. Here we go. Omen complete collection. I think. Yeah, this is it. $20 on Amazon.
.com?
Yep.
Really? And that's the DVD one with part four and everything?
Yeah.
And the cover of
Uh,
it's like him with his hands in his pockets, like standing there in the graveyard?
yeah. It's got The Omen from '76, The Omen from 2006, Damien the Omen 2, The Omen 3, The Final Conflict, and The Omen 4, The Awakening.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to order that.
That's not bad for that set, really.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way a box set should be done. It's essentially just like the Halloween set. Each one has their own
Yeah.
cases.
Yeah. Yeah, and I like the old Amityville box set from the DVD from
Oh yeah,
MGM.
yeah, yeah,
That was a pretty. And there we go.
yep.
He's
See, that's what makes
going
everyone
around with
think she's
his.
a robot. Yeah,
Well, she is a robot because she
yeah,
get kind of her head ripped off at one
yeah.
point. But
They
yeah,
wonder
people
if she
were
was cloned.
like whether she was a robot the whole time or did they turn her into a robot when they captured her.
Yeah, I think she was turned into it when they captured her.
I think so too. Simply because it's
Why
like
would they want him there investigating it?
yeah, and also he screwed her. And I
Yeah,
think you
that's
would have
true.
I think you would have known if you were screwing a robot.
Yeah, get snagged on a little gear or
Oh,
something.
yeah, and it'd be like, damn. And look at that arm. Dude. This has always kind of given me a feeling of, uh, near the end of In the Mouth of Madness,
Yeah,
when the chick goes kind of weird in that.
yeah.
This scene always kind of reminds me. Oh, it's just the twitching. It's like, dude, really? And get off of here. What do you think this is? Oh, man.
So
So,
this set, I hope it's not a slimline set. I don't
I,
think it is.
no, I think it's a proper,
The
I
one we're
love that.
thinking of.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love
the
that
head
guy
just looking
just
around.
looking around like, hey, come over here.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna order it right now.
Yeah. I love that the arm's still stuck there. And still attacking. I love that. Like, get the hell out of here.
This price seems too good to be true, though.
Well, I think it's since, you can get the Blu-ray so cheap.
Yeah.
It's probably like, you know. I always thought it would have been funny if he just, taken the body with him, and he'd be like, well, she's trying to kill me. The head's not there anymore. The
Yeah.
rest is still good. It'd be kind of twisted, but still, Or, cut off the other arm, and there you go. I like your pants. Is this tweed? Or corduroy? the fact that he just leaves it there and runs when he has a perfectly good car. Tom Atkins is awesome, though. Oh, and here we go again.
Yep. Callback or something.
Big Chin Jimmy over here. That's an enormous chin he's got right there. I mean, look at
Yeah,
it.
it is. It's like a Jay Leno or something.
Yeah. Hell, whenever I see this, it always reminds me. When I was a kid, one time I was watching a UFC fight, and this guy, all he would do is he'd get in the fight and he'd shove his chin into people's eye.
Really?
That was his, like, it was like his thing, but it wasn't illegal.
Wow.
You know, it wasn't considered an illegal move, so he kept getting away with it. Then he got beat by, I think it was Hoist Gracie that beat him or someone. It's pretty funny though.
Wow.
You know, just going around sticking his chin in people's eyes.
You ever heard of? Oh, there's an ending here. Love this.
Yeah, yeah. Tom Atkins thinks that they got it off in time and not everyone died. I don't think that's the
It's
case.
pretty obvious by watching it here. That's not what happened.
Yeah, I'm quite sure a lot of kids' heads turned into bugs and snakes for some reason. Oh.
Yeah, it makes me want to get that shirt from Fright Rags.
Yeah.
All right, so that was
Yeah.
Halloween 3.
Yeah, definitely, like I said, my second favorite Halloween.
Yeah, I got to admit, I'm kind of glad we got it out of the way. So now all the future ones we watch
Yeah.
can be about Michael Myers.
Yeah, well, it's the sort of thing, like we said before, you know, this should have just been called Season of the Witch
Yeah,
or something. It shouldn't have had the name Halloween 3. It did a
definitely.
real disservice to the movie. Because the thing is, I always thought about this movie that it's not a bad movie, but it's not Halloween.
Yeah,
That's the problem. You know?
yeah.
Even if it
It's
had been like Tales of Halloween or something, that would have worked.
Well, they say it's like the black sheep of the whole franchise. I mean, it just kind of
Yeah,
it's just weird having it there.
yeah, it is. But still, honestly, I would take this over Resurrection any day.
See, I'm interested to see Resurrection again. Just because it's one of those ones like I want to like so bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I just love, Kung Fu and Michael Myers. That's awesome. Well, it's just sort of, I guess when you really think about it, no one's ever done it before.
Yeah, it's just
It was
there's something
stupid.
about Busta Rhymes though, don't it? Like I like Busta Rhymes. I think he's a good rapper,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I
like
don't
why
know.
is he all of a sudden like a kung fu master?
Yeah,
I mean, let's be honest, it's going to sound kind of racist to say it, but it should have been like a little like Chinese guy or something.
yeah,
It would have
it would
made
make
more
more
sense.
sense. Yeah,
Like I don't know, this guy's like a kung fu expert who wanted to be on this show.
yeah. It doesn't make any sense really.
No. And I always reckon, like, did he just watch movies and learn how to do kung fu?
Who Busta Rhymes?
Yeah, because
Well,
I
even the
think
sound he makes, he's like,
like, "Whoa." He's doing the whole like you know I don't know. I mean, seriously. Well, it always makes me laugh, about like how many of the old kung fu movies came out from the Wu-Tang Clan put out a bunch of
oh
DVDs.
yeah, like they have their own sub label.
Yeah, and it was just all old kung fu movies. I loved them. I thought they were awesome, you know. But it was pretty damn funny, really. It's like, what do these like rap guys, you know, are they just fans of kung fu?
Yeah,
I never
that's
got
why they started Wu Tang Clan was because they
Yeah,
all used to watch the old kung fu movies at like the grindhouse theaters and the drive-ins.
yeah. I love them old kung fu movies. I really do.
Yeah. But anyways, we're gonna wrap it up here for the commentary.
Yep.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. This is Corey's Crypt.
This is BDG Reviews.
Peace.
Peace.